Hey Libra, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of August 2022. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Libra, with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. All right, Libra, let's get right into your reading. Okay. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of August 2022, what do we need to know for the sign of Libra? All right, Libra, so a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of things are going to be revealed to you that's going to help you make more money as we move into the month of August. We have the Eight of Swords here. Now, the Eight of Swords in the reverse is a great card because it means that you are breaking free of limiting beliefs. Whatever is holding you back, as far as mindset goes, as it relates to your money and your wealth, you're definitely going to be working through that. And you're also going to be making some progress as it relates to your own inner work and your own inner capacity to make more, have more, be more, and do more. Now, we also have the Moon card in the reverse. This means that information that was once hidden becomes revealed. And I don't mean hidden like it was purposely hidden from you, but maybe you just were not ready to receive it, or maybe it was just something that wasn't available to you, but you're definitely going to get some new information that's going to totally change the financial picture for you. Okay, so that's very exciting. Next up, we have the King of Wands. This means that somebody is very impressed with you. Could be a boss, a manager, executive, a potential customer, a client, and they are thinking about hiring you or promoting you or working with you in some way. So that's very exciting. Next up, we have the Fool card. This means you're going in a brand new direction. You may not have all the information about what it is that you want to do, but you're very excited and you're ready to take that next step forward. Now, I see that card a lot when people are starting a brand new business, and I always encourage anybody who feels that calling to definitely move towards that, especially if you don't know everything that you need to know to start a business. And I speak from experience, you never will, but you just have to get started. And as long as your intention is to help people solve problems, you will be successful in some way, shape, or form. And all the things that you need in order to help other people will show up for you, right? You just have to take that first step. Finally, we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant in the reverse talks about you kind of doing things your own way and not following the rules. Now, sometimes this can work out, sometimes it doesn't. But we have to understand that if we're going to go against the rules, or if we're going to kind of create our own playbook, so to speak, we have to be willing to deal with the consequences of those, choices. Now, it doesn't mean things can't work out, but sometimes when you're doing things your own way and you're trying to kind of make your own rules up as you go, you don't necessarily have, you may not have the answers that you need when you need them because you're doing things in a very unconventional way. Okay, again, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to understand the pros and cons of doing so. All right, Libra, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of August 2022. Now, this is interesting because I feel like I only need these cards here. I was going to pull another card, but then something told me, no, I don't need to pull another card because what we've got here is very, very clear. So we have the Seven of Cups. This means you're going to have a lot of options and choices to do exactly what you want to do. However, you can do it in more than one way. So you have to understand exactly and get clarity about what it is, about how you want to do work, how you want to make money, how you want to help people, because you're going to have a lot of options here. Now, not all of them are going to resonate with you, okay, Libra? Some of them are going to feel really good, and some of them just aren't going to feel good. And you have to be very clear to embrace the ones that do feel good, because those are the ones that will be successful and where you will make the money. Now, we also have the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords talks about emotional hurt. In some aspects, it could be a betrayal. But I'm feeling here that there's still some emotional stuff that kind of has to be dealt with before you can move on, I guess, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Because remember, wealth is a inner game here. It's a mindset. And sometimes when we have emotional stuff that we're dealing with, it can get in the way of us really being open and receptive to expansion and to the idea of being more, because sometimes there's things that happen to us in our past that cause us to doubt who we are and how we show up. And I'm getting the sense that that could be something you're dealing with, Libra, that there's something that needs to be healed in order for you to kind of move forward, you know, and not feel so stuck. Now, we also have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands talks about strained and heavy communication. So you could be having some conversations with some people that either don't go very well, or maybe you have a disagreement, maybe an argument, maybe just some back and forth that doesn't feel good. So you're going to have to really figure out, I guess, what types of conversations you're going to have and with whom, especially as it relates to money. Now, this doesn't always have to be something in a personal capacity. I do feel like sometimes this could happen in a professional setting as well, where not everybody is on the same page or not everybody has the same goal. And so sometimes there's disagreements. All right, but understand, Libra, that this is not because you're saying or doing something wrong. It's just that everyone has their own opinion and everybody has their own agenda. Finally, we do have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Now, that's a great card to see in the reverse, because that means that you're not overburdening yourself and you're not taking on too much. And everybody has to understand that we all have boundaries. We all have things that we can and cannot do. And understanding what we're capable of and what we have the capacity for is definitely going to be something that helps us to make more money, right? Because it's not about working yourself to death, you know, just to pay bills or just to succeed, right? It's really about serving in a way that's purposeful and intentional, so it doesn't feel like strenuous work all the time. Although I'm not saying strenuous work won't be necessary in some regard, but it doesn't have to be the norm, and it doesn't have to be such a daily grind. All right, Libra, let's see what else shows up for you. All right, sometimes I get a sticky shuffle here, and that tells me a little bit about what's going on. All right, we got that Moon card again in the reverse. All right, Libra. Oh, that's good. So you do have some good things coming your way, so that's exciting. All right. Okay, Libra, so you're going to be in a position to be generous. Just be careful not to be too overly generous. I say that because we got the Six of Pentacles and we got the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards because it talks about extravagance, luxury, splurge. But when she's in the reverse, sometimes that means we can go a little bit overboard. But here, you're in a position to be generous. In other words, you're giving from your overflow. You know, you're not feeling like, oh, I have to give because I'm obligated. It's like you truly are sharing because you are so full. Your cup is so full that you actually can share and give without feeling like you're, you know, something is being taken away from you. Now, this isn't only about money. This could be about time, resources, attention, energy. So we have this Moon card. Now, this is a repeater. Again, it's in the reverse. When I see that happening twice in a reading, that means there is something that you just don't know. Now, this something that you just don't know could work out to your advantage, but it also means that you have to kind of take a step back and be patient and understand that you may not have all the answers. Doesn't mean that you don't take action, but it means that you're a little bit more cautious and you're not necessarily trying to be in a rush or force yourself to really get something done. Understand that there's more to the picture that you just don't know. And I'm also getting the sense too that maybe there's something that you're kind of being stubborn about, Libra. You know, like maybe there's something you have to learn, but you're choosing purposely not to learn it, right? You know, like maybe you have to go back to school, maybe you have to take a course and you just don't want to, even though you know you should. And I speak from experience because trust me, I have been there. I'm struggling with that a little bit now where, you know, there's a course that I started and I haven't finished it. And I know I'm going to learn something in there, but for some reason I just keep procrastinating. So maybe you're having a similar situation, Libra, and that's why this card showed up twice. But it's going to get good. Page of Pentacles, that's good news showing up, especially in that second half of August as it relates to money. So don't worry, you know, this isn't going to get in the way of good news coming to you. You're definitely going to have some money, either some unexpected money show up, or maybe just some positive, fun, exciting news as it relates to your finances. Next up, we have the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords, remember I told you we're talking about procrastination with this Moon card. Now, the King of Swords is the procrastination card, especially when he shows up in the reverse. Now, there's two aspects to this procrastination. One is there's something we need to let go of and something we need to get rid of that we're dragging our feet on. Or it just means that there's something we know we should do and we're not doing it. So depending on, you know, how that relates to you and your situation in your life, Libra, the procrastination card is definitely there for us to pay attention to. So again, everybody struggles with that. This is not unique to you, Libra, but it could be affecting you really profoundly in this second half of August. Okay, let's see what else shows up for Libra as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of August 2022. All right, Libra says, we close out the month of August. Looks like timing's definitely going to work in your favor here. Things will be happening ahead of schedule or right on deadline. The Eight of Wands talks about timing. Things happening quickly, things happening ahead of what you had expected. The other thing about the Eight of Wands is that things come in right on time, right? Maybe it's not early, but it's definitely not late. So if you're waiting to hear back on something, understand that timing is definitely going to be on your side, especially towards the end of the month. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. That's the card about collaboration, group work, doing a group project in some capacity where everybody is in harmony. This is a nice card to see, especially if you're working with a group of colleagues or partners or something like that. It means that everybody is on the same page and you guys are all kind of working together to achieve one big goal. Now here's where it gets really fun. The King of Cups, I'm picking up that this is definitely a person here. The King of Cups is an elderly, well, I shouldn't say elderly, a more mature gentleman who gives you information, who definitely helps you, gives you knowledge, gives you guidance, advice, support to help you actually make more money and to improve your life in some way. This is definitely going to be someone who either wants to mentor you, someone who coaches you. It could also be maybe just a family member who's more experienced, who shares, you know, some information that definitely helps you grow in some way, and that information also helps you make more money. So this is a very powerful person here that's showing up for you towards the end of the month, Libra. Finally, we have the Queen of Cups. Now this card, I'm not getting that this is a person. The Queen of Cups is all about emotional sensitivity. The other thing about the Queen of Cups is that sometimes she could be a little bit overly sensitive. So pay attention to how you're feeling towards the end of the month, Libra, because you may need to guard your feelings. You know, she is someone who is, you know, she's very sensitive of other people as well as her own feelings. This card also symbolizes someone who is an empath, who picks up the feelings of other people. So like I said, you could be a little bit hypersensitive towards the end of the month. Now, everybody has this to some degree in their life, but I just think that you're probably going to have to guard your feelings and maybe have some, you know, stronger, bigger boundaries in place in order to protect yourself energetically. So Libra, you've got a good month here, right? You've got lots of learning, lots of conversations, and you do have some good news coming as it relates to your money. So, you know, August is going to be a really, really profound month. And I also think, too, there's going to be something enlightening. You're going to learn something that could totally change the game for you. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Crystal Angels Oracle card. Wow, okay. So the card you got is Moonstone, Heightened Intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. Now, I feel like what I said with that Queen of Cups card really resonates with this, right? I mean, I didn't mention intuition, but I did really say tap into your feelings, because you're going to be highly sensitive at this point in the month. So I think this just kind of reaffirms that. All right, Libra, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.